Hello guys, welcome back to my Python tutorials for beginners. In this course, I'm going to teach you about Python strings, how to work with strings, how to manipulate strings, and how to concatenate strings and all that. So here we go. Open your PyDroid, then click the file icon, click on new to open a new coding environment. Then you can always save. If you want to save, you save into your internal storage and all that. I have taught you how to save your program. And so let's talk about Python string. What is a string? Like I told us in the previous tutorial, string literals are always defined with quotation marks, either single quote or double quote or triple quote, as the case may be. So here I want to talk about string concatenation. Concatenation means to add two or more strings together, and we have different methods of concatenating strings in Python by using the addition operator, by using square bracket, by using curly bracket rather, then by using passing an empty strings literal between strings. Let's move on. You get to know more about what I'm talking about as we move on to practice now. Let's define a variable and call it my string. My string. I will call my variable string 1. You can name your variable anything. Let's say my string 1. Then we define our string good. We want to send good morning. How do we join it? I'll define another string here. We define a string 2, a second string, then we'll add this morning. So let's see how we can concatenate these two strings we have defined here now. Let's say, let me call it add, because we want to add two of them. You can name it anything. Add my string 1 plus, using the addition operator, plus my string 2. Then we'll now print add. We concatenate them and store them inside our add variable. And so let's print the add variable, then say run your program. Sorry, what happened? String 1 is not defined. Let's go back to our program and see what happened there. str1. Okay, we use underscore, so you must use underscore in your string. That's why we have that error. So this string 2 should maybe not be string 1. So we now have good morning here. You can see it here. Good morning. So that's how to concatenate string by using the addition operator. You can do it in another way around. You can also do something like this. Still using the addition operator. Let's say we have a. Let's define another variable a. Then we define our string and store it. Let's say I want to send I'm strong. So how do we do that? Let me define another variable so we can store it inside. Then a plus strong. I'm strong. So we want to print the sentence I'm strong. How do we concatenate that? We now print B. Let's run our program. See, you can see here now. I'm strong. The second line of our code. I'm what? Strong. You can see, and this is another way of defining, of concatenating strings. We created this variable a, then we stored inside a. Then we now created another variable named b. We now concatenate the two using the addition operator. So we'll get a single line of sentence at the output. That's another way of concatenating string. Then there are different ways of concatenating strings, which we want to talk about. We can concatenate string by using the join method. The join function, or you call it join method. How do we do that? Now we define our variable. We call it let's say we want to good. Let's remove this. We have stored good inside B, stored inside A. Now let's do something like this. Let's now define another variable called name C. Like I always said, you can name your variable anything. Then we'll pass an empty string, then dot join using the join method now. Dot join. Now inside parentheses you use square bracket, a comma b, then b. Then you close your parentheses, close your bracket. Then now print C. This is another method of concatenating string by using the dot join function or dot join method. You can see it here, it has printed I'm good. That is how another way of concatenating string. And while using the dot join method, you should note that you pass in your parameter inside the square bracket. Let's do more things. You can create multiple variables on a single line and assign values to them as well. Let me define string x, then comma x, y, comma and z. Then will now assign a value to it, x, y, and z. Let's say we want to print I am good. Let's say I am good. You should ensure that the number of data that you're assigning to your variable is equal to the number of variables you have. That is, the number of data should match the number of variable. Let's define another variable d. Then we'll now store everything inside that d. The d equals, pass in an empty string, the curly bracket. Now use another curly bracket. I have 3 variables here, so I'm going to use 3 curly bracket. You can concatenate strings using dot format method. Dot format. Inside a format, you now pass in those variables you created. Let's say x, then comma y and z. Print d. Pass an empty string inside the curly bracket. This is how to use the dot format to concatenate string. If you run a program now, you want to print the word I am good at the output. You now see it here now at the last line here. I am good. That's another way of concatenating strings by using the format method. You can also do something like this. My var. This is the name of my variable actually. You can name your variable anything. Your, then just on a single line. You can do this on a single line. Then you pass an empty string between your string literals. You're welcome. See what I did? You're welcome. If you print this, you see that this string and this other string will be printed together. Then we'll now print my var. Good. You are welcome. So that is another way of concatenating string by passing an empty string between the strings literal. So let's wipe this off. Let's do more things here. We want to check if a particular word exists in our string. Let's define our string. My string equals, define our string. Okay. My name is Paul. Alright, if we define our string, my name is Paul. If we want to check if a particular string or a particular character exists in our string, we use in. You can see now, in is a keyword. That is why the color change. Or we can use not in to specify or to check if a particular string exists in your string, a particular character exists in your string, you use in. So let's check if my actually exists in our string, the word my. So say print my in my string. Alright, then you close bracket. Let's run a program and see. It's what? True. So it will return true if the word or the string exists in your string character. If the character exists in your string, it will return true. If it doesn't exist in your string, it will return false. Let's see if the word not or the string not exists or is actually in our string. Let's run a program. See now, it returns false because this character does not exist in our string. You can say, let's use another thing. Name. Let's check if the string, the character name exists in our string. If you print, it returns what? True, because the string, the character name exists in our string. These are to check if a particular character exists in your string. What if you want to check if it does not exist? You say not in. You can say not in string, not in my string. Let's say name not in my string. If actually name is not in my string, it will return true. If name is in my string, it will return what? False. Name not in my string. Let's say false, because name is in this our string. That's why it returns false. Let's use something that is not there. Go not in my string, it will return true. It's true because the character go is not actually in our string. So there's how to check it. If we now use Paul not in our string, to return false because Paul is in our string. There's how to check if a particular character exists in your string or not. There are different methods we can use or apply on strings. Let's define a string again. Let me use X now in this case. Let me just make it simple. X equals, I'm going to just define a single word, stronger. Let me use stronger. Alright, stronger. Now, I define my string in uppercase. If I want to print my string in lower cases, we use the lower method. We use the dot lower method. Is it lower? Use the lower method. So we also have the upper method. If you want to convert all your strings to lower cases, you use the lower method. If you want to convert them to upper cases, use the upper method. Let me define another string, then print them in lower cases so you understand better. Let's say y equals great. Let's define this in lower cases now. Great. Now let's print our first variable and convert it to lower cases because we define them in upper cases. Let's say print x dot lower. That's how to do it. Sorry, you remove this one first. Print x dot lower. You see now it converts everything to lower cases. It converts your string to lower cases. That's the work of the lower method. Let's use the upper to convert this great. We define it in lower cases, convert it to upper cases. Now say y dot upper. Y dot upper. Print y dot upper. You now see now it has converted those lowercase characters to what? Upper cases. That's the function of dot lower. What if you want to check the length of your string? Like you want to check how many words, how many character does your string contain? You can use the length function. Use the length function to do that. The length function is just len. That's the length function. Let's remove this first for now, and also remove this as well. You pass your variable inside the parentheses of that function, which is length. So we want to check the length of our string, how many characters or how many letters our string contain. Print it contains what? How many letters? 8. Contain 8 characters. If you count it, you can see STRONGAR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our string contains what? 8 characters. So we use the length method to determine how many characters does our string contain. As you can see now, it printed out 8 characters. If you add more thing, let's say we add S, it print 9 characters. That's how it works. Stronger than you. Yeah, let's just say that we use the split function to split the words to determine the number of words. In this case, it will not count in letters, it will count in words. So we use we say len dot split. It's a len, then x dot split. So close this. Right, so print len into x dot split. You see now 3 words. Our string contains 3 words: stronger, than, and you. These are 3 words. So the split function returns how many number of words your string contains. So stronger than you think. Let's add more so that you understand better. So now it returns 4, so that it returns the number of words contained in your string. So our string contains how many words? 4 words. So there are other methods we can apply on string. Let's say we define our string. Our string is stronger. Our string is stronger. Now, if we print this string on a nums, if we print this string, let's say we print x. I want to see. Look at now. It's at the extreme edge. It started at the extreme edge of our screen. You can see now. It is situated at the extreme edge of our string. What if you want to bring it maybe somewhere at the center? You can use this dot center method to do that. Let's define another variable. Y equals x dot center. Yeah. Then inside the center parameter, you now pass the index at which you want to position your string. Let me use 30 for now. Then here we will print y because we're storing everything inside y now. If you print, you now see our string has shifted from the edge to this extent in our output. Let's use 50 so that you see the difference. You now see it has shifted to the very center of our screen. That's how this dot center method works. So what if you want to capitalize your string? Let's say you want to capitalize your string. Let's say everything here is in lowercase. You want to capitalize it. Let's convert it to lowercase. Yeah, our string is now in lowercase. I want to convert it to lowercase. We use the dot capitalize method. Capitalize. We use the dot capitalize method, but not take any parameter. But then I print y. You see now it actually capitalize the first letter of your string. That's what the capitalize method does. It capitalizes the first letter of your string. Then another string method is the find. The find method is used to determine the index. It's used to determine the index, to find the index of a particular character in a string, as you can see here. So by default in programming, usually counting starts from 0. So S is occupying the position of 0, T is occupying the position of 1, arrow is occupying the position of 3, 2, while O is just like that. I just know that in programming, counting starts from 0 up. So the position of T should be 1. That's why it returns 1 here. Let's say we want to find the index or the position of N. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be 4. You can see how it returns 4. That's about the dot find method. What you want to replace a particular character, use the replace method. If you want to replace a particular character in your string with another character, use the replace method. Let's say we want to replace O with I. Want to replace O with I. You pass in your O, pass it in there. pass in the character you want to replace, then comma the one to be replaced. Print stranger, you have seen it removes the O, and then you replaced it with I. We use the replace method to replace a particular string in our, so there in our output we'll be printing stranger instead of stronger. You can see it here. That's how it works. We can also use the .string method to manipulate our string, to join our string and to work on our strings. Let's do that now. So we have something like this using the dot format method. Print, let's print something like this. Let's do something like this. Let's say good. I want to send a kind of good morning, or maybe good night. Good morning, how was your night? I want to print that message. How do you do it? You can use the dot format method to do that. Good morning, how was your night, and all that. Pass an empty square bracket. Pass an empty square bracket. How was your dot format? The format. I want to use morning. Okay. Morning. Okay. Morning, then comma, passing another string, define it. How was the night? Good. Good morning, how was your night? So you can use the dot format method, dot format, to specify your string into the curly bracket. So now you see how we do it here. That's how the dot format method works. Let's talk about string slicing. To slice a string means to obtain a specific character from your string. If we define let's define a variable named x, now assign string to it. And so assign something like stronger. Let's see if we use the word stronger. Strong, or let's say strong. Now, how do we slice string? There are two methods of slicing string: by using the slice constructor, or you call it slice method, something like this, slice constructor or slice method, or by using, that's one way of slicing string, or a way of obtaining a specific character from a string, or by using the square bracket into column. This is another method of slicing string, by using the square bracket into column, and also by using the slice constructor. By using the slice constructor, now let's use the slice constructor. We want to obtain the first character in our string, that is the letter S. You want to obtain the letter S, so you pass in 1. You pass in the index of the character you want to obtain. Then you now come down and print the name of your variable. Put the name of your variable, then in square bracket, the name of the second variable which you stored the slice constructor in A, and close your square bracket, close your list. Let's print and see. So we obtain only the letter S, because that was what we passed into our slice constructor, our slice function. If you want to obtain the letter ST, you pass to obtain the first and second letter. You see now, ST. If you want to obtain the first, second, and third letter, pass in 3. You know, say ST arrow, the first, second, and third letter. That's how to slice string. That's how to obtain a specific character from your string. What if you want to obtain the letter arrow only? Let's use 2 here. Arrow. Okay. So that's how to do it. you pass into this. The first index here mean you ignore the first and second character in your string, then print the third. That's what it means. So if you want to obtain only the letter arrow, that's how to do it. If you want to obtain only the letter O, you pass 3 here, then put 4 here, because O is at the index of 4. You see now, it returns only O. That's how to slice string. But we will have what we call negative indexing as well. Negative indexing. If you want to slice string, negative indexing, that is to start from the very end of your string. You can slice a string starting from the beginning of your string or from the ending of your string. Let's slice string. You can use negative indexing. Let's say we use something like this, -4. This is the negative indexing, slicing by negative indexing, -4 and -2, and print. You now see arrow O. You understand now? So we are printing from the end of our string. That's the negative indexing. Then we can also do all of the things we have done by using the slice constructor. We can do it by using the square bracket into column method as well. We can also do it like that. How do we do that? Let's remove all this. Remove the slice constructor. Just print. If we now print, then inside the print function, you pass in your variable. The variable you define x, then into square bracket. If you want to obtain the first character in our string, which is s, pass in 1, close your square bracket, and close your print function bracket. You see what I did? This is how to use the square bracket into column method. We will obtain only s here. If you want to obtain the second character, you also put 2, you obtain st arrow. If you want to obtain the first, second, and third character, pass in 3, you obtain st arrow. That is how to use the square bracket to obtain the same thing. In this case, 3. You obtain what? T arrow. Obtain only what? T arrow, because you are telling the compiler to ignore the first character, then print the first and second. Let's say we put 2 here. You only obtain T. Is it understood? That's how it goes. So just practice more and get more understanding. Get used to all of this. If you have any question, you can get back to me at the comments section. And do not forget to like and subscribe to my video to get more. And see you in the next class.